Oh, you taking, huh? Funny how I see y'all breaking up.
Wanna make sure you choose best. He a sous chef, hold up.
Let me cook. Let me cook. I ain't in the kitchen, but I still cook dishes.
5-course meal, want some, come get it.
I've been on the road, yeah, I've been chillin'.
Everything I dish, 3-star Michelin. Cut through like butter with a hot knife.
3 plaques, 2 kids, and a hot wife.
Mama said don't say it if it's not nice.
I ain't gon' say it.
I'm optimistic.
Why you so picky?
Try not to nitpick.
This ain't no fast food.
This ain't no picnic.
Hop off my wave, girl.
This ain't your ripstick. Whoa. Am I too saucy? Am I too frosty? That's 2 yeses.
I love your body, lipstick glossy. Chef's kiss. Oh, you taking, huh? Funny how I see y'all breaking up.
Wanna make sure you choose best. He a sous chef, hold up.
Let me cook. Let me cook.
Check please.
I got a bill, I don't know for the split.
Ay, all in the wrist like a walk in a whisk.
Coming in hot like a pot when it hits.
I got a Nick, I'll be watching 6.
Hey, gotta admit,
Iconic duo, that's Connor and Nick.
put to the test and we pop like a quiz.
Asking for more like they Oliver Twist. Do they really think I'm the go?
Yes, chef.
Do I got it under control?
Yes, chef. Can I get a little of those? I don't mean to impose.
Sorry, kitchen is closed.
Yes, chef.
Am I too saucy? Am I too frosty? That's 2 yeses.
I love your body, lipstick glossy. Chef's kiss. Oh, you taking, huh? Funny how I see y'all breaking up.
Wanna make sure you choose best. He a sous chef, hold up.
Let me cook. Let me cook.
I gotta say, I'm loving the new Bills hat. I know every time he typed that, Chris, I thought it was he was like ACL. It's ALC though, isn't it? No James Cook. Didn't matter. We just got to watch the flag game. It was the 2024 referee edition of Monday Night Football. A little bit ridiculous last night. And listen, it goes both ways. I was really mad. I felt like the Bills got screwed the entire game. And then they did, like, I don't want to call them makeup calls because it was, as much as ours was roughing the passer, I think theirs was even a bit more. The holding call that everyone agreed with, like, for the Jets got called for on the touchdown, I thought it didn't need to be called. It was a hold. It did impede him from tackling. I was like, man, they should have called it. But every commentator on all the talk shows were like, yeah, that was definitely a hold. Should have been called. It's like, yeah, but like all the flags going on. I'm glad they called it. You like that sarcastic ball? That was funny. He said that. He was like, even Aaron Rodgers was like, they shouldn't have called that roughing the passer when they tackled me. And he wasn't wrong. Listen, I don't care if it helps my team or not. I don't like when the calls are bad. I don't like it. It ruins the integrity of the win and the integrity of the game. I said this about Chiefs fans. I said I feel for Chiefs fans because they give the Chiefs so many of these calls, and like the Chiefs could probably win without them. Some games maybe not. But it's still it's getting to the point where they gotta start to correct it. And they had the owners meeting today. Tom Brady was approved as a minority owner, 10% share. They were going to talk about the kickoffs. I guess kickoffs are up to 33% returns, up from like 28% of last year. I'm like, what? You got 5% more returns? I don't know if the look is worth the return rate. They said they were definitely going to address that, saying that they want the ball returned more. Well, listen, kicking off that new dynamic kicking aspect isn't going to get it fixed. I don't know. What do you guys think? It doesn't really bother me that they do it. It's just, it feels weird to watch. But yeah, that what a week in football. We can go over some of the wins. We will do that. But are you guys ready? Let's rip some cards. We'll get to talking. I get it. less impact on the injury on the kickoff. Dude, we have more. Every year the game gets safer, and every year we lose more players to the game. Let me tell you, Zach, you sent me, I think it was you that sent me a message at like 2 o'clock on Sunday. All right, you ready? Zach, let's see. I think it was you. Let's see how good my memory is. Maybe it was. Yeah. So many injuries today already. This is at 2:23, an hour and 23 minutes after kickoff. You said, here are the injuries so far. Travis Etienne, Chris Olave, Dallas Goedert, Jerome Ford, Dontavian Wicks, Mike Evans, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jaden Reed. The game safer? I mean, how many of those were concussion protocol? I don't know. I know Marvin Harrison's was concussion. That's the only one I know for sure. But dude, come on. The game doesn't need to be. They need to play. So this morning I wake up, going about my day, and very early in the morning. Real quick, just a reminder: all players go to their current teams unless they're in a pro look uni. So it doesn't matter who it is, they go to their current teams. And in baseball, we do it different. They all go to their current teams. In this case, if they have the pro look uni, we know who they were on. That's who they'll go to. But to Devontae Adams, woke up pretty much to Devontae Adams being a Jet. They gave up a 4th round with a conditional 2nd, and I was immediately like, we couldn't offer a 3rd? And I'll get to the cards in a second, and then I see we get Amari Cooper as I'm picking my son up from school. And I'm like, wait, we gave a 3rd for Cooper, which I like Cooper, but I'm like, why didn't we go get Adams? Here's the kicker. Amari Cooper, he is completely done after this year. Okay? Like, his contract can be just completely voided. We are paying him $800,000 for the season. Great steal. People are calling it a hijacking. Dude. Aaron rolled over in bed and told Devontae he got traded. There was something on the Pat McAfee show or something. Jeremy Rucker goes to the Jets, I believe. We're going to check all these for current teams. 15 out of 20 on that one. Good luck to everyone, by the way. What do you guys think? Who won the trade today? Devontae Adams on that deal. They did restructure. They got it done like $3-something million for the year with incentives and stuff. Yeah, this goes out to the Jets. Jets going out to Don Wiley. Cooper has had ups and downs, but he does well with a good quarterback. I mean, look what he did with Flacco at the end of the season last year. He went off, right? I'm with you. I have been up and down on Cooper, but we needed someone, if for nothing else, to draw the attention off of, like, Coleman was getting the number 1 defensive back last night. In no world is Coleman ready to get the number 1 defensive back. The dude can't break. He cannot get separation. Sam Howell is currently on the Seattle Seahawks, I believe. We're going to confirm. Right, he is. Seattle Seahawks. It's going to go to He was with the Commanders. He's currently with the Seattle Seahawks. So that will go out to Don Wiley. You got one, Don. Yeah, you know what? Oops, I put Don, but I'll put Seattle. I do think it was the right move for Devontae Adams, and I like, if he wants to be in the Jets, keep him in a Jets uniform. If he wants to be with Rodgers, let those two ride off into the sunset together. Give him one last rodeo. The most confusing part about that trade for me was the fact that why now? Why after you fire your coach? Why after you play the Bills on Monday night? Why? You're now 2-4. Was it the hope that we win that game and then we go get, like, I guess he wouldn't have been able to play this week anyhow. So why wait till they probably had all the deal in the works anyhow. Speaking of the Jets, here we go. Sauce Gardner, 28 out of 30. Dude, and that was a perfectly legal hit. If you didn't watch the game, at first I was like, oh, dude, we're getting flagged. And then I see no flag. I'm like, he's got a concussion. And then they showed the replay. It was just, he got pancaked. Both chest hits, clean hits, not dangerous. Rodgers set him up to get murdered. He's like, I got Devontae coming. You go to the bench. Don, that would be what they need after Hutch. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. I'll tell you why. I saw something. Slade Bolden. But I heard Kyle Brandt today said something very interesting. He said, I woke up to all these Jets fans screaming, we need to get this Hassan Reddick contract figured out. We need to go get Adams. And he's like, hold on, Jets fans. And I don't think we have a lot of Jets fans here, so I don't think I'm poking too much of the bear. But he said, all preseason, all I heard from Jets fan is, we got the best. We got these great receivers. We got this great defense. We got these great running backs. We're winning the East. It's not even close. Like, mark it down. We're Super Bowl bound. And he's like, nothing's changed. You haven't had any major injuries. Aaron Rodgers is as healthy as ever. He goes, what it sounds like to me is you're a person who created a shitty dish. And you just keep going, we need more salt. We need more sugar. We need more salt. We need more sugar. He's like, it's still going to be a shitty dish just if you, he goes, you don't need good player, or he goes, this is the way he put it. He goes, you don't need better players. You need to play better. And I was like, what? He went off on him. But is he wrong? Like, this is going to go out to the Atlanta Falcons. And again, that game could have went either way. We could easily be 3-3. They could be the same with the step on us in the division. It was a crazy game. A lot of missed kicks last night. Both teams swirling wins. There's a Kyle Hamilton. That's going to go out to the Baltimore Ravens. Colton, there you go. Numbered out of 15. Lions do need to go get something. I mean, look, Hassan, like, what's... So Hassan Reddick was given, he's a Jets defensive end from the Eagles, was given permission to seek a trade. I don't know what his contract looks like. I'm not going to go into the details now. But my understanding is the Raiders are pretty much cashing it in for the year too, right? Like, they could trade Crosby, get Crosby on the team, get some crazy action for him. This is Austin Stogner 101. Did anyone guess him for the 101? I mean, I think Hassan Reddick could be a bit of a headache. Did you guys see Najeer's Chuck Max Crosby? He was on Angry Runs today. That was his. This goes out to the Atlanta Falcons too. Atlanta again going out to. Atlanta goes out to Jeff Kellington. I've heard that, Zach. Do they have, like, room to go there? Corey Kiner, I barely know her. 3 out of 3, Corey Kiner. I mean, but listen, here's the thing with the Lions. Losing Hutch, they're still, I mean, and their coach did a great job saying it. He's like, look, we're going to continue to fight. It's next man up. We know we're built for this. He's ready to keep going. This is actually going to be a random LSU, and he's currently on Cincinnati. Kenneth Walker. Oh, wow. I've never seen this, and of all weeks to do it. Kenneth Walker going out to Seattle. That's going to be an 8 out of 15. Seattle Seahawks, Don Wiley. This is a nice box. With the Kenneth Walker, the Ruckert's not bad. We got the Sauce Gardner, but wait, see, the Kyle Hamilton solid card. What a week to do this. Let's go back to back. I saw it. Hutchinson with a 15 out of 40 and a 1 of 1. I've never seen it in a box, but we do have 7 autos or 8 autos in this box. Detroit Lions. The week after, did you see the video of it? It's disgusting. I don't care if you're a Packers fan, a Vikings fan, like you never. I know he's a Lions player. You don't want to see it. I mean, I'm sure in the back of your head you're like, oh, we don't have to deal with him now. But, dude, disgusting injury. He's going to be down for a long time. I mean, that thing was snapped instantly. But there it is, 2 back-to-back Hutchies. Yeah, it sure felt like the trade deadline today. Cam Akers was dealt too. It wasn't just the AFC East who did action. Who was it? Who went and got Cam Akers today? It was a wild day, and we're not. When is the trade deadline? Let me see real quick. Cam Akers was traded to the Texans, to the Vikings. Texans trade Cam Akers to the Vikings. Not a huge flashy, but the Vikings going to get that running back. I'm not really fully sure what the deal is there. The trade deadline for the NFL is November 5th. It's actually election day. So if we weren't going to be paying enough attention to the TV, some of us, at 4 p.m. on election day, we are going to have the trade deadline. I will tell you, I will be on ESPN. I will not be on any of the news outlets. For what it's worth. Let's actually mix it up here. Let's do the helmet quick. Remember, you know the rules. Same rules apply. Retired players, if it's a college helmet or just a generic helmet, it goes to their retired players. Most years played. All active players go to their active team unless it's a logo on here. Yeah, Bears, Packers, Lions, Vikings, it doesn't matter who you are, any team in the NFL, you don't want to see that happen to a player. It was disgusting. It does suck to see that. All right, we have pulled this guy before, but legend, played at Notre Dame, first ever wide receiver, and guesses are, you guys go ahead, I'll let you guess the, I only gave up the Notre Dame, so I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a $10 helmet guess. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds here. All right? So I did hear the peanut punch a lot. This week, and I was going to message you about that. And was there a reason why they were saying it so much? All right, here we go. Last call. Once I give the name, no guesses. Guesses are off. So played collegiate football for Notre Dame. He was the first ever wide receiver to win the Heisman Trophy. Walter Camp Award in 1987. Two-time second-team All-Pro. NFL receptions co-leader in 97. Nine-time Pro Bowler. 2009 College Football Hall of Fame. 2015 Pro Football Hall of Fame. It's going to go out to the Raiders, and it is Tim Brown. Raiders going out to John Carter Hennessy. Tim Brown. John Carter Hennessy getting the Tim Brown helmet. The peanut... they've always done it, but I've never heard the term used so frequently, I should say. It was used pretty heavily. That's a nice one there. We're going to set that up. All right, back over to the hobby box. We will do two $5 hitless credits. We will do a paper football as well for you guys. And we're going to be back to regularly scheduled stuff tomorrow. I know it was a little wacky. This break took a little to fill. We did fill a bunch on Friday night, a couple breaks. We're going to work on that baseball still tomorrow. Playoffs are on. We still can't seem to fill baseball, but we'll figure it out. We have to fill those two spots up. You guys ready? Let's do it. Is he not in the Hall of Fame? Jelani Woods out of 49. Not sure where he's at now. I know he was with the Colts for a while. I think he was anyhow. Jelani Woods is the Indianapolis Colts. Make sure he's still there. He is. 2022 to present Indianapolis Colts. Yeah, but they were really using that term a lot this week, weren't they? And Treylon Burks out of 30, believed to the Tennessee Titans. There are some teams that seem to be mailing it in already. Did you guys see that thing I posted about Kyler Murray, by the way? They sent him, is this true? They sent him an early copy of Call of Duty. Is it a joke? This does go out to the Titans. Mike Carolambus, it's out of 30. And Tyler Van Dyke, 5 out of 10. Wisconsin Badgers, that'll be randomed up. Why is he not on the radar? Like, is it just because... So, college uni, it doesn't matter about the jersey here. It's a college uni card. Oh no, it's not. It's his jersey. It's a Chargers. It's his Chargers stuff. So it will go out to the Chargers. He may still be with them. I don't know, but it is his Charger jersey. So it's gonna go out to Dougie Berger there. Not number. Oh yeah, out of 75, Isaiah Spiller, not related to CJ. And another Jet, Garrett Wilson, almost got murdered last night. That will go to the New York Jets. Don Wiley with a Sauce and a Garrett. I know, Arizona wouldn't have said that. I don't know if I necessarily believe the response, but is it true that they did? Remember, that was a big deal a few years ago. Let's not forget. They wanted to put some things in his contract that they wanted him to have to watch so much game footage and limit his video game time. And then immediately after, they're like, would you do this to every other quarterback? Just because he loves video games? It's like, well, I mean, the dude's young with a lot of money. We just gave him a huge contract. Listen, here's my take on it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. If your workplace can monitor your computer usage, why can your workplace not monitor your usage like in the NFL? Like, come on. They want to know how often you're watching footage. Oh, get your football guesses in. I'll give $10 if you guess. Same rules apply for this. College, like a Tom Brady would obviously go to the Patriots if it's a Michigan ball most years played. Caleb Williams obviously going to the Bears as an active player. The only way a college ball would get random is if it's a college player still. Jamar Chase and LSU ball obviously going to the Bengals. I don't think there'd be any other ones that we have an issue with. There's a Steve Young ball here. Obviously, it's going to go to the Niners. I think he may have played with some other teams. So, I don't know. We'll see. Get your guesses in, though. Are you ready? Last call. Don't go anywhere either, because we will be giving away the hitless credits and a paper football. Let me do a little look up here. This is going to be wild. Yep, I thought so. Now, I don't know if it's a Pro Bowl or not, but I know what team it's going to go to. I could be wrong. Oh, I was wrong. So, an NFL ball would matter here. Okay, here we go. 11-time, bets are off. 11-time Pro Bowl selection. 6-time first-team All-Pro. He was a team MVP for this team 3 times. Super Bowl champion with a different team, so it could be a different team ball. He won Defensive Player of the Year. He's on the 75th and 100th anniversary all-time NFL team. Played at Purdue. He is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He has an NFL record to 12 career interceptions returned for a TD. It is going to go to the team, not the team he won a Super Bowl with. Very nice ball going out to the Pittsburgh Steelers with the Hall of Fame inscription. It is going to be Rod Woodson. Hall of Fame inscription. Big autograph. Look at the ball. It's got their AFC Championship. I got to open this up. We got to move this around a little bit. The ball is very cool. Here we go. Look at the ball. Yeah, I think I posted that to the page, or I shared it with our one group. Very cool ball. Very nice autograph. It's going to go out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jeremy Wilson with the Hall of Fame 09 inscription. Rod Woodson. Other than the team stuff, I was hoping Jamie would be in here tonight. I had a big question for Jamie. You know, Jamie started his year off, said he was done with the Steelers. He was going to the Raiders. Since we have a Steelers ball, I figure I'll bring it up. And then he said, I'm going back to the Steelers. Russell Wilson's not playing. I like the Steelers. Well, then the Raiders started sucking. So he's all Steelers, and now Russell Wilson starting for the Steelers. So is he going back to the Raiders? I just had to ask. I got to figure out what team so we can worry about who Jamie's rooting for. It was a tough game for him this week. He didn't know who he wanted to win, I don't think. There we go. Steelers ball. Not bad. How about a Rod Woodson, a Tim Brown? What was this? What is this at? 22 a spot or something like that? Was it 22 or 25? Either way. Come on, man. Nice stuff. So we had the Rod Woodson ball, the Tim Brown helmet. Let me mark these real quick. The Rod Woodson ball for the Steelers. The Tim Brown helmet for the Raiders. And then we have our hits here. We got some to random up too. Let's check it out. Isaiah Spiller, it's going to go out to the Chargers. That's going to be Dougie Berger. We have the Treylon Burks of the Tennessee Titans. Mike Haralambous getting this one. We have the Jelani Woods for the Indianapolis Colts going out to Derek. We have the Atlanta Falcons 101 Austin Stogner going out to Jeff Kellington. We have Slade Bolden for Atlanta as well. And then for Seattle, Sam Howell going out to Don Wiley. Not going to get much action if Geno keeps going that way. We have the Garrett Wilson for the Jets at a 75. Jets get, obviously, we talked a little bit about that, but Devontae Adams. Bills get Amari Cooper. It's wild. For the Baltimore Ravens, Colton getting the Kyle Hamilton. And then the Sauce Gardner for the Jets as well. We have the Jeremy Ruckert for the Jets. Jets did well, Don. Nice job, man. Kenneth Walker for Seattle, Don. Or who had the Jets? It wasn't Don. Oh, yeah, wow. Seattle and the Jets, Don, 2 spots just eaten. And then the Detroit Lions, Eric Dubbs. It was on the trade, I believe, too. 2 Hutchinson autos. He's done for the year, but he will be back. Young enough that he can recover. All right, we got to random up these 2 separately. We got the Van Dyke and the Corey Kiner. I will do those first. Then what we'll do is we'll do our hitless credits and our paper football, all right? But everyone's eligible for this. We'll start with the Corey Kiner. Min roll 5. Here we go. Zach, is it better? Oh, now you can see the can light. But was it better the other way without that can light? I took your advice and tried to move it around. It's going to be the Tennessee Titans are going to get it. Mike Haralambous on the first one. Did you even notice it? Maybe you didn't even notice it. All right, and then Tyler Van Dyke on this one. I know, that's what it looked like, Chris. It looked rough enough that it could be something like that. Nice, awesome. Well, Zach, I gotta say, Zach was cool after he sent me a screenshot and said, "Hey, everything looks great, but you guys know I've been looking for feedback." He messaged me and said, "Hey, that can light's like got a bad ring or it's like a big glare." I was like, "All right, yeah, let me look at that." So we were able to move that around. Wow, Don, another one. Seattle. All right, 2 $5 hitless credits. But no, I appreciate the feedback, guys. Don't hesitate. Hopefully the sounds better. Hopefully we get in a rhythm here. You know, I know we're what are we in? A third of the way through football season officially. But hopefully we get rolling with some breaks here. It's going to be the Redskins and the Rams. John Carter Hennessy and Ricky Statler each getting a $5 credit. Let's do a paper football. Good matchups this coming week. This week was like the matchups were kind of blah. And you saw it in the scoreboard. That Monday night game would have been good if it would have been just the game without the flags. It just was not good with all those flags. Neither team could get in a rhythm. I said, if I wasn't a Bills fan, even though the game was good, like it was close, I don't know if I could have watched it with all those penalties. Cincinnati Bengals. Mike Haralambous, you are going to get a paper football. Here we go. And you are going to get the Pittsburgh Steelers. There you go. They play the Jets this week with Devontae Adams. Now, I don't know if Cooper or Adams will be playing this week. We will see. Yeah, it was pretty bad, man. It was. And it wasn't even bad football. Like, if they don't call that roughing the passer, if they don't call that phantom pass interference, if they don't call that hold that didn't need to be called, really, honestly, in my opinion, or one of the many other things they need to call, it would have been a cleaner game. But they're making the game harder to watch. So, guys, we'll get back at it. Look for a break early tomorrow. I'm going to put something nice together. Nothing new is out, but we will put something nice together in the morning to try to rip, all right? Appreciate you guys. Chris, thank you for your support getting that filled up tonight. Is it, who is it, the Redskins? It's the Commanders and the Bears this week. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game, Zach. I said that's going to be a great game. This season's weird, though, Zach. Anything can happen. We've seen it. We don't understand the league this year. I mean, Darnold's 5-0. You know, they're picking up Cam Akers as an extra piece. I just don't understand what's going on. It's crazy. Oh, who do they got? Oh, yeah, Bears are off this week. That's right. My brother and I looked at their schedule this week, and we were looking at it. I'm like, man. It's the North. It's the North. Their schedule looks tough because the North is tough. It's like Vikings, Packers, Lions, Commanders, and then Vikings, Lions, and then another tough team. I'm like, jeez, it's a tough division to play in. If Caleb can survive and get into the playoffs this year, you guys are fine, because you guys got to play those teams that are all solid teams twice. Who's that Sweat? See with you guys. All 4 North teams playoff bound. I think it can't happen just because of divisional play. Not that it can't mathematically happen. I just think it'd be too tough. They'd have to almost split every game. Split every series. And then win out like their other ones. Because the thing about it, that's instantly 3 losses if you split. If you lose more than one, you're talking 4 or 5. That means it doesn't leave you a lot of wiggle room. You already have, say, 2 losses. I didn't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't really follow Montez Sweat. Listen, there's guys on our team I'm like, when did we get him? Mostly on the offensive line, but he's not a guy, it's mostly fantasy football players. I can tell you where they're all at. That's about it. Some of the bigger names. Yeah, it's definitely mathematically possible. I mean, think about it. If those teams went out and they split the series, it's 3 losses. Every team in the division could end up with just 3 losses if they split each series. And then, oh no, it would be 6 losses, right? You'd have to have 6. 3. Yeah, 3 losses. And if you went out. You nailed it, Zach. Just sweaty, man. All right, guys, I'm out for the night. I will catch y'all tomorrow for a rip, all right?